Great rewards don't wait, so why should you? Through the Invigor Book and Buy Grower program, you could earn a $30 per bag rebate when you book all of your Invigor hybrid canola by November 14th. Talk to your retailer. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, we've got some exciting news dropped a couple weeks ago. It is a new bursary that is going to be at the University of Guelph and the Ontario Agricultural College. Joining us right now is the Dean of the Ontario Agricultural College at the University of Guelph. It is Dr. John Cranfield. Hey, John, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me today.
Well, this is a cool one because the Funk family is a very close personal friend of mine. I know you've known the family for quite some time. Let's talk about the recent announcement you have around this bursary.
Yeah, well, we're really excited to announce that Tom and Jane Funk have created a needs-based bursary for students studying agri-marketing, and in particular, students in our food and agricultural business program. Tom and Jane were longtime faculty members here at the University of Guelph, starting with Tom in 1971, and then going on for more than 30 years. And you know, they touched on the lives of a lot of people and many generations, myself included. I was a student in Tom's marketing management course, which if you took 02 437 at the University of Guelph, you know that course very well. And of course, Jane made her own mark with her work on professional selling. And, you know, two wonderful people who did so much for the institution. And now it's just such a pleasure to see them being able to give back and help support that next generation.
Yeah, and it's so funny. You go to an event, and I've been doing lots of work with their son Justin on
Yeah.
our real agri studies and some of our market research we do together, and it's been awesome. And I was actually able to going back a couple of years ago had lunch with Tom and really enjoyed that. Uh, They've had such an impact. You go to an industry event, and because people know I'm associated with Justin, they'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I was in Tom and Jane's class." Like it is just amazing how many people they, in some way or fashion, touched so many people who are working in today's industry.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And you know, I can't turn around without finding someone who talks about them or thinks about them. And you know, whether it's the feed industry, whether it's the chemical input industry, whether it's getting into the food manufacturing sector. I mean, they've touched on so many people. And you know, a good example of that in terms of the lasting legacy that they've left, and in particular, Tom is our CAMA team here at Guelph. He was the instigator of that, and that team has come on to actually be a bit of a how do I want to say this? Farm system for ag marketing businesses and agencies because it's such a rich experience for those students. And you know, we owe Tom a great gratitude for having the wisdom and insight to get that up off the ground. And you know, we're now, gosh, I think over 25 years of CAMA teams here at Guelph who've done well down at the NAMA competition. And so, you know, those people are now on their way in professional careers. And so it's exciting to see what impact that they have in that regard. And, you know, this is, I think, a great opportunity for us to come together as an industry and as an organization and organizations. And you know, maybe have a chance for people to give back to Tom and Jane by making a donation to their scholarship or to their bursary, beg your pardon. And you know, we do have an active campaign right now for those people who feel like Tom and Jane and Justin have made an impact on their lives and their careers to bolster their $50,000 gift to something bigger than that, to continue supporting not only the students with those needs-based assessment, but other opportunities as well.
So it's for somebody that's pursuing education in agribusiness.
Yep.
So I guess talk a little bit about that in terms of some of the qualifications.
Well, I mean, qualifications in the ag business program or for the scholarship?
Just either or, yeah.
Yeah, well, for the scholarship or the bursary, it's a needs-based award, so you have to have demonstrated financial need and be
Yep.
eligible for provincial assistance. But you also have to be in the food and agricultural business major in our Bachelor of Commerce, which is a program here in OAC. And then there's also going to be some grades assessment. You've got to have a minimum level of a grade, but really the focus is on the need base and making sure that you know, students who maybe don't have the financial resources to succeed in college or university now have that lessened a bit because maybe they don't have to go and work a second job or even a job because the scholarship is helping to support them and what they're trying to do. So it's really about trying to make that journey for those students a little bit easier and allow them to have the same success that so many other people have had alongside Tom and Jane.
Well, it also helps in dropping some of the, if the financial part of it is a barrier, it's great because we talk all the time in this industry, but we need to attract more and more people into it, right?
Yeah,
Let's get rid of
yeah,
the barriers. And if this is
yeah,
one of them, this is serving that purpose.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we know here in Ontario, and I'm sure the number is very similar across the country, and the number is now getting a little bit dated that for every graduate from OAC, there are 4 jobs. And certainly our ag business graduates are in high demand from all sorts of parts of the sector, whether it's the financial services sector, the animal agriculture sector, the feed industry, cropping inputs. We know there's demand for graduates. And so making sure that we've got accessible education and affordable education is really important. And this is one step towards making that happen.
And you mentioned this already, but if you feel strongly about, this stream of education and maybe you took a class from Jane or Tom or, the Funk family in general, there's a great opportunity for people to contribute and participate and really kind of leverage this and get it going.
That's right. Tom and Jane have provided the seed funding, and it's going to be an amazing bursary to hand out and to see those students thrive. But we know that we can do more, and we know that there's a lot of people who feel the connection back to the work that Tom and Jane did, and we hope that they see this as an opportunity, as a way to say thank you back to Tom and Jane. And again, they emphasize this in the press release. Let's support that next generation. And if we're not doing that at a university, we're not doing our job. This is always about what's that next generation and creating the opportunity for them to grow, thrive, and survive.
Yeah. What is it? Pay it forward,
Pay
right?
it forward. Pay it forward.
That is right. Okay. If somebody is interested in the bursary or maybe finding, ways to financially support it, how do they do so?
Well, what I'll do is I'll drop you a note with a link to the web page that if someone wanted to give, and then maybe we can include that in some show notes.
Absolutely. That sounds good. Hey, John, thanks so much for joining us here today. Well, hey, but before I let you go, anything else exciting happening at the University of Guelph right now at OAC?
Well, at the University of Guelph, we had this small, exciting thing where our former dean, Rennie Van Acker, was formally installed as president of the University of Guelph. And so, we were all just so excited that Rennie was named president. Now to actually see that formality happen, it's an exciting time here at Guelph. Like all universities, we're facing some challenges, but we've got strong leadership at the helm, and we know that he's going to have a vision that helps us chart our way. And I mean, I'm still kind of new on the job too, so it's also exciting for me to be the dean of OAC and have my former boss now the president of the university. That it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
Absolutely. Great stuff. Hey, John, thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Take care.